Game World Immersion.
I'm here today with I'm Matty, a large Bridgwater gaming YouTuber with over 3,000 subscribers.
Hello, thank you ever so much for having me. What an honour to be asked, and really humbled to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. So first of all, what's your origin story? You know, it's like what got you into being a video gaming YouTuber?
Well, to be honest, I kind of almost fell into it. It was never an intentional thing to become a YouTuber. I was playing another game at the time. I was playing Final Fantasy XIV Online, which for anybody that may not be aware is a MMO, so like World of Warcraft. And I had some friends on there, and I just picked up new game, Planet Coaster, and they're saying, "Oh, Matt, what's that? What's this all about?" So I'll do a YouTube video for you so you can have a look at it. So I did the first one, not very good, really nervous, and gained quite a bit of traction. I was like, oh, you know what, I'm onto something here. So I carried on and started building up my confidence as time went on, and kind of just went from there. It was, never a conscious decision to go into YouTube. Just fell into it by accident.
That's kind of crazy, because I can imagine so many other people. You know, they spend so much time trying to do it. You know, you're just like, oh yeah, it just happened. You know, I'm just just happened. Yeah. So another question I had, you know, is there any what are the main struggles you've had? You think, like with your YouTube channel and like building it and stuff?
Oh, I think I approach it in a different way to what most people would have done, because it was, like I said, because it was never a conscious thing to do it. I never had that expectation. I never went into it thinking I'm going to become Mr. Beast. I'm going to become unspeakable. It was never that kind of intention. I kind of went into it by accident. So them struggles of, oh, maybe I'm not getting the same views, maybe I'm not getting the subscribers that I'm wanting, they weren't there. And I think certainly maybe for somebody who would be considering YouTube as something they would want to do, I think it's quite important to not get sucked into the numbers trap. Don't get concerned with, oh, I haven't got enough views on this video, I haven't got enough subscribers here. Just do it. If you're enjoying it, that's the most important thing, and I think that comes across in your voice. If you're enjoying it, then people will be naturally drawn in, and if you're nervous and conscious about it, that comes across in your voice, I believe.
Yeah, 100% agree. Yeah, because I imagine, you know, as I was just saying, you know, because many people, you know, they may be spending so much time on YouTube, but they might be doing it just because they want to be that Mr. Beast, you know. And they'll be doing their videos, they'll be rushing like 100 out, you know, like, oh, why aren't any of my videos doing well, you know? It's because they're not actually enjoying themselves. I
also think I've got a little bit of understanding the algorithm as well, because the YouTube algorithm is just an untamable beast. And there's no predicting what it's ever going to do. You could have one video that you could put a week of effort into and it gets 100 views, or you could do something. I've done a couple. I've done like a quick half-an-hour video. I'm just going to chuck something out, and it's getting like over 10,000 views. There's no rhyme or reason to it whatsoever.
Yeah, I 100% agree there. So another thing we're going to ask, and I think you already kind of answered that, is what are some tips you think you'd have for like a video gaming YouTuber, maybe someone who wants to start like a gaming YouTube and stuff, they just don't know where to begin and things. What would you suggest for them?
It's quite a difficult jumping on point. I think just go slow and steady with it. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Don't worry about getting the best editing facilities and things like that. So I don't actually own a PC. Despite the fact that I'm a YouTuber, I don't own a PC. I've got a laptop, but it's not very good. I do all of my YouTube content through a PlayStation 5. And eventually I'm planning on getting a PC to allow with the editing. But up till now, I've just used the PlayStation 5 and the editing software on that to create videos, and I've still been able to gain a bit of traction from that. But I think for anyone starting, don't worry too much about it. Don't worry about maybe over scripting. Don't worry about over editing. Just take your time, get in there slowly. Maybe try and get in with the communities that you are trying to YouTube. So for instance, if you're doing let's say a City Skylines 2 channel, because that's recently come out, maybe get into their community a little bit, maybe start getting to know people, talk to people. And I think as you engage in the community, people will be drawn into you, as they will be like, oh, that's Matty who's in on that Facebook group or in that Discord group there, I'll go and check out his video. And very much like that, and just over time it'll come.
It sounds, I will say though, because we do lots of things like that with the radio station, you know, we like to build with our community and stuff, because that is, you know, how you build in anything, I guess.
Yeah.
So it does make sense that in gaming it would basically be the same, because why wouldn't it be? So yeah, and one other question we have, that is a question we ask everyone we like to interview, yeah? What is your favourite game?
That's quite an easy answer. I'm not going to lie, that's quite an easy answer. Final Fantasy VII, OG 97, by far. But an absolute classic. I'm a sucker for Final Fantasy games, absolutely love them. Huge fan of the Mass Effect games. I'm been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate 3 the last few weeks, so really enjoying that. But I think it's got to be OG 97 Final Fantasy VII. Best game ever. I still remember playing it for the first time. I'm showing my age a little bit now, I think. Oh yeah, I remember playing that back in the day.
Yeah, I understand. So, as I guess for many people, this might be the first time they may have like seen or heard about you and stuff. So, could you ask, like, if people wanted to see some of your content, where would they go to like subscribe and stuff?
Oh, the channel is called I Am Matty, and I focus predominantly on a game called Planet Coaster, which is a coaster theme park game, and people create their own theme parks. Now, I don't profess to be a theme park expert, and I'm certainly not a roller coaster expert, and I've had to learn as I've gone, and yet despite all of that, people seem to have still come, and I'll be like, this is a nice roller coaster. I have no idea what it is, but it's good. But yeah, anybody that may have an interest in that, or I just try and not take it too seriously, to be honest. I try and have a bit of a laugh. I think certainly with my channel, I've always had the mentality, if I make a mistake, I just keep it in. I think sometimes you can overdo what you're trying to do with your videos. You try and overscript and try and be too serious, and I think sometimes people see through that. So I just go with the flow. If I make a mistake, leave it in, laugh at myself, and I think people laugh along with me or at me, one of the two.
I think that's one of the styles that some people like, because whilst there is a lot of people who have an interest in that, the really really edited, the very like that kind of stuff, there are also some people who really like the just genuine content, it's just people just being like, hey, this is just me, this is just who I am. It's not like I've not done anything to like make it like sound special stuff, this is just me, having fun. So
certainly I've been asked to appear on other people's channels in the past, and we want to do a quick 15-20 minute discussion video on said topic, and it will be every single line is scripted. It'll be like, we'll do a line, then we'll take a break, we'll do a line, then we'll take a break, and that's just not my style. To take 3 hours to do a 20-minute video is just not my style. I just hit record, just go with it. Whatever happens, happens.
Well, yeah, it's been great having you, and thank you for coming over, on such short notice. But
thank you ever so much for asking me. It's been an absolute pleasure. I was a little bit overwhelmed when you asked me, I'm not going to lie, but yeah, thank you ever so much.
If you've enjoyed this episode, then why not subscribe to the channel? And if you'd like to support the channel, then please pop over to our Patreon. You'll see a link in the description.